Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this episode of the Dan Dawson Show. So, let's just jump into this. Cenk Uygur has challenged Joe Rogan to a fight. Cenk Uygur says he would destroy Joe Rogan. I've watched several YouTube shows and they're all focusing on the same thing. Like Joe Rogan would kill Cenk Uygur. I think we all know that. I know that. You know that. Cenk Uygur knows that. Joe Rogan knows that. So, but they're missing the subtlety. It's not, Cenk Uygur's not talking to Joe Rogan when he says Joe Rogan talks like a simpleton. And he's a simpleton. Understand, he's actually talking to you. He's talking much like Hillary Clinton did. Get this wire out of my way. He's actually talking much like Hillary Clinton did, what she called half of America flyover country. Because all they care about is New York and LA. All they care about is the East and the West Coast, not realizing there's stuff in the middle. Now, in a true one-on-one fight, because I watched Tim Pool, I watched The Gathering, I watched all these YouTube shows, and they're all a black conservative perspective, and they're all saying the same thing. Well, Joe Rogan would destroy Cenk Uygur. Cenk Uygur knows that. Joe Rogan knows that. He's not talking to Joe Rogan. Now, notice for the last few years, liberals have got away with beating conservatives in the street. With no repercussions. I just watched Ted Cruz grill a nominee from Massachusetts for the state prosecutor's office. She was going to be head of the state prosecutors. And he's listed all these crimes that she declared weren't illegal anymore. Crimes like trespass on an empty property, to get out of the cold or to seek warmth, trespass in an occupied property. It was all kind of crazy stuff. So where are we at as a nation when you have liberals openly? Because see, now they have AOC and Rashida Tlaib and who's the other one? The Somali chick, Ilhan Omar, right? Oh, I hate her. Actually, I hate all of them. But the best course we can go is a peaceful divorce. Hey, you guys go do your thing, we'll do our thing. These laws apply to these states. Those laws apply to your states. You don't want gun control? Then, and we're going to fund our police in these states. Now, you want gun control, and you're not going to fund your police. You're going to get rid of your police. You want to abolish the police? You want to abolish prisons? That's fine. Stay in those states. You know, that's the number one push of the squad is they want to abolish the prisons. And this is how they're talking to you. See, they're telling you. I mean, obviously, they're just talking crap because really, honestly, when it comes down to it in the streets, if it comes down to a battle, it's not going to be very pretty. It's going to be over very quickly. But that's what they're talking about. See? That's what Cenk Uygur was saying on his show, The Young Turks, which, Google The Young Turks. Tell you what, Google The Young Turks Nazi. And you'll see the Young Turks were the Nazi party of World War I. They're responsible for 1.5 million deaths at least that we know about. And that's what Cenk Uygur chose to name his show after. See, this is what the liberals are telling you. See, they're willing to kill you in the streets. They're willing to beat you. They're willing to attack you. Until, of course, you fight back. Then they run away and cry to mama. Mama being the liberal prosecutors. Oh, this person did this, and oh my God, it's so bad. But see, that's what they're doing. How do I put this? Let me think about it for a second. Oh, I got it. Hold up. They're that bully in the school that once you punch them in the nose, they tend to back down. It's really gotten ridiculous. So, Cenk Uygur was not talking to Joe Rogan, because trust me, everybody knows this. You can watch any YouTube video and see this. Cenk Uygur wants no part of Joe Rogan. I know that. You know that. Cenk Uygur knows that. Joe Rogan knows that. But see, this is what these liberals do. If you're living in a liberal city, I already said, hey, get out. I got out. It cost me a lot of money to get out. A lot. But it was worth the sacrifice. It's worth the time. My life is better. But no, so that's really what's going on. And I think every YouTuber kind of missed what Cenk Uygur was really saying. He's not talking to Joe Rogan. He doesn't want any piece of Joe Rogan. He knows Joe Rogan's not going to fight him. Because when Joe Rogan breaks his neck, Joe Rogan's going to be financially responsible. So he's not going to do it. He's even talking about a celebrity boxing match. It's like, no, you're an idiot. But he's not talking to Joe Rogan. See, this is liberals talking to us. Because when liberals in Seattle, Washington, can stab a 68-year-old man in the back because he doesn't agree with his political views, 1, you're a coward. 2, you're a piece of shit. So it's time to start calling these pieces of shit what they are. They're pieces of shit. So how are we going to deal with this, America? Actually, America's fallen. I can't even say America anymore. I usually fly the Texas and American flag. I'm taking down the American flag. I might fly it upside down. So for those of you who don't understand, Byron Welch understands this, what it means when you fly the United States flag upside down. It's a sign of distress. We're in a sign of distress. We're at a stage of distress. That's a Boy Scout thing. You learn that early on in the Boy Scouts. I just don't. Cenk Uygur's not talking to Joe Rogan. These are the liberals talking to you. And you need to get it. You need to understand. This is where we are. It's no longer a time where you can't pick a side, where you can say, I'm in the middle. You now have to pick a side. I said this months ago. Everybody's lining up. And if you're in a position where you can't leave where you are, and you're in a blue state, like Washington, California, New York, right? Hold fast, do what you do. Hold fast. If you're in a position where you can get out and you don't right now, you're making a big mistake. Texas is becoming even more and more red. You know why? Because the people are leaving these Democratic strongholds, right? The conservatives, and they're going to places like Texas, Florida, New Hampshire, Georgia. So if you vote blue, stay in your blue crap. Because you know what they're going to do? The second you don't agree with them, it doesn't matter if you're a liberal. It doesn't matter if you're blue, right? And of course, remember, send this to your liberal friends. So we can continue our liberal education campaign. They're going to come after you sooner or later. Yes, you. Because they're not going to be able to penetrate into red states. But hey, like, subscribe, share. As always, especially in these times, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not going to throw any transgender names in there. Do what you have to do.